The story is told of a man who all his life wanted to be a captain of a ship in the Navy, a destroyer. So one day he got the chance. And so Patrick Cunningham started out in his ship, the destroyer, and everything was going well for 2 or 3 days. And all of a sudden, one night he saw a light on the starboard side. He said to the radio man, send a message to that ship. Tell them to change their direction 20 degrees to the north. They sent the message, came back. You change your direction 20 degrees to the south. Well, he wasn't happy with this. He said, send another message. You change your direction. I am Captain Cunningham. You got it? Message came back. You change your direction. I am Seaman Third Class Timothy Jones. You got it? Well, he was furious. This impertinence of this little third-class seaman telling me, a captain, huh? So he said, send one final message. Say, you change your direction. I am a destroyer. Message came back. You change your direction. I am a lighthouse. You can be so certain, huh? Think we've got it all right. Got everything down. And so we like to assert our authority. Make sure everyone knows who's in charge, huh? What if we would get into our sense of, being humble, being vulnerable? We don't have to know all the answers. We don't have to be omnipotent and all powerful. What if we could just be real? Okay. What if we could get in touch with the image of Mary when she was asked to be the mother of Jesus? She did not say, well, you got the right lady here. Anybody can do it. I can do it. Bring it on. That's the ego response, huh? Ego energy. But she went into her allowing energy, her humility energy, recognizing who she was, and she accepted it. And so basically she said, okay, God, thanks for the invitation, but I'm not going to do it. But I'm going to let you do it. I'm going to allow you to love me so much that a new person is born within me who will make all the difference in the world. A 14-year-old girl gave God the authority, the power to love her more than she could ever imagine. I think sometimes we confuse vulnerability with powerlessness, okay? They're not the same. When we're called to be vulnerable, we're called to author people into life. This is what the word authority means. It comes from the root word author, which means someone who puts on a page certain words and so forth that brings something into existence that wasn't before. We are challenged to be authors of God's love so that others may see us and see where the author really is, not us, but the author writing love through us. We are giving consent. We're allowing it to happen, okay? And so we have a common vocation to author, to be genuine, to be real, to bring the best out of others, to bring the best out of ourselves, because God is the one bringing the best out, not us. We're allowing God to do it. And God's waiting for this permission because God does not force love or relationship on anyone. It's always mutual freedom. One needs to say yes to the other for a relationship of love to take place. So it's a mutual interdependence. We are all the church, and we need to get beyond the dualism, in a sense, of us and them. Well, they're the bishops and the priests, and we're just the lay people, huh? No, we are all one church. We have different roles, different charisms. We are all one, though. And this is what we cannot afford to forget. What if this mentality could have been present during the abuse period back in the early 2000s, huh? What if there could be this mutual sense of interdependence, mutual transparency, mutual trust, mutual seeking out the other for wisdom, instead of, I'm right, I've got all the answers. And we need to cover up anything that looks like weakness or wrongdoing, because that would hurt our image. Just look at the image and how it has been damaged by that type of an attitude. My friends, in that story today, the captain looked at the starboard side and saw a light. He immediately thought it was a threat. What if he could have seen that light for the truth that it was? A warning sign that there's dangerous rocks ahead. It's when interpret something to be a threat that we become defensive, paranoid, and strengthening the us and them mentality. My friends, we know that we have nothing to be afraid of. God is with us on this ship. God is helping us to see as God sees, to see things as they really are and not as we want them to be. This is a challenge of the gospel. In John's gospel today, we hear that wonderful word, that this is why I have told you that no one can come to me unless it is granted by the Father. It's this invitation from God to let go, to be in relationship. We can't do it on our own. We can allow it to happen in humility, vulnerability, and trust. So the answer is, where are we? The question is, where are we? And the choice is ours.